Hello, hi Zoilita.
Hello, thanks so much for having me.
Oh, thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity to interview you. And friends, we have Zoilita Grant here. She's not merely a social entrepreneur, she's an author, a success coach, and also a captivating force of transformation. Her very essence is dedicated to guiding high performers yourself towards a life of boundless success and prosperity. With her guidance, you'll be able to effortlessly craft a life that exudes financial abundance and perfect harmony, all while nurturing your spiritual growth. The possibilities are endless. As you mark on this extraordinary journey with Zoilita Grant, she effortlessly embodies the essence of a social entrepreneur, an author, and a success coach. Her unwavering commitment lies in empowering those high performance individuals to manifest triumph and a life filled with both financial abundance and harmonious balance. And I will be sharing all the details of your website and everything in the um, YouTube description and the social media descriptions or later so that people who are interested in your work can contact you directly. So
Thank you.
here is my first question to you, Zalita. What inspired you to get into this field of coaching and change work, all this? How did you get started?
So, I came unfortunately from a very abused background as a
Oh,
child.
okay.
And by the time I was 16, I weighed 285 pounds
Oh,
and I'm 5'2".
okay.
So by this time, I was living with my grandmother in Berkeley, and
Hmm.
we went to the University of California, Berkeley Library, and we took out all of the books on hypnosis.
Hmm.
And between she and I, we hypnotized me to lose 155 pounds in a year.
Oh my God. Wow. Okay.
So that transformed my life, because I was about to go to college.
Hmm.
I felt that if I went to go to college at that high weight, I'd be stuck in that paradigm for the rest of my life. And so by using the power of the mind to transform my life, it made me a believer in the power of the mind.
Okay. Amazing. Amazing. And
So,
that's how you got interested with hypnotherapy?
yeah, well, I'm a hypnotic coach. There's a
Mhm.
difference between therapy and coaching.
Okay.
Coaching focuses more on how do we move from where you are to where you want to be. Coaching is more of an equal relationship, just like you might hire a pharmacist or a doctor and an accountant. You hire a coach, but you're equal
Mhm.
because it's not in that mental health paradigm.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
So I work with people that are also friends of mine. See, because we
Okay.
don't have a
Okay.
therapeutic relationship, we have a coaching relationship.
Got it. So you are more of a hypnotic coach than a hypnotherapist.
Yes,
Wonderful.
absolutely.
So what sort of aspects of life do you help people with usually?
So I basically have three different clientele. One clientele are small business owners,
Mhm.
like salespeople, real estate people. One lady owns a pharmacy. I have an acupuncturist, a chiropractor. So small business people that want to get those blocks out of the way and get the mindset for success.
Okay. Okay.
Then I have a group of people that are just on the road to personal growth and development. They may have done psychotherapy in the past, but they don't want to do psychotherapy now, but they know they need support for their life. And then I have another group of clientele that are more spiritually orientated. I
Wow.
have some
Okay.
spiritual gifts, like I'm very clairvoyant.
Mhm.
I can read tarot cards, I can do past life regression. And so these are people that are more looking for a shortcut to develop their own soul.
Wow. So 3 different categories altogether. That's amazing.
Yes.
And what inspired you to write a book, Zoilita?
So I used to call myself the queen of handouts, because I would have a handout for this, a handout for self-esteem, a handout for self-hypnosis, a handout for better conversation. And so my husband, who unfortunately died in 2014, said to me, why don't you put your handouts in books? And so I started putting them into books, and I've actually written 24 books for hypnosis
24
practitioners.
books. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, they're on things like hypnosis for ADD and hypnosis for menopause and hypnosis for pain relief or hypnosis for abuse. So they're all different classes that I've taught over the course of my career. I put all of the handouts into a book.
Oh, wow. Amazing. How do we get access to, if someone is interested, Zoilita? Is it available on Amazon, or should we reach out to your website and
So
then?
there are some of my things available on Amazon, but you probably will find more at mindsetforsuccess.org, which is my main website. And then I have another website, which is zoilitagrant.com.
And apart from your books, and also thank you for your contribution to the field of hypnosis, that, like, people like me can, immensely get benefited by referring your work, which comes out of a lot of experience. So thank you about that. And do you conduct any workshops, trainings, and all these things as well, Zoilita?
I have programs to certify hypnotherapists as hypnotic coaches, because therapy and coaching are not really the same thing. And I know there are hypnotherapists that are now calling themselves hypno coaches, but in reality, there are very specific things you learn in order to really be an effective coach. So I have those kinds of things. I also have a really extensive program called the 6-Figure Success Coach Program. And that's on my website. And it also has its own domain, sixfiguresuccesscoach.com. And it basically is a program to teach someone who has no prior experience how to do the profession of hypnotic coaching.
Wow. So through books and through different programs and various categories, spiritual, business, so you're catering to different domains, to be honest. Amazing.
Yes, yes. Well, I've been using hypnosis for nearly 60 years. I was trained as a psychotherapist. I did psychotherapy for 35 years, and then I did coaching for 15. So I have a lot of diversity in what I can do, and I'm really lucky that I'm not burned out. I'm totally excited by what I do because I change what I do.
Oh. So if someone is already into hypnotherapy, how is getting trained into hypnotic coaching makes a difference, Lita? So could you please help in that?
Yes, because it opens a whole new market.
Okay.
See, my clients are not people who would identify they need therapy. So they would not go to a hypnotherapist because they're like, I don't need therapy. But they do need support in helping to achieve their goals. And like one of the phrases I like to use is, my clients get real results, and results don't lie.
Okay. I like it. Good.
Yeah, so it's a different crowd of people. It's not people who are really looking to heal their wounds. It's people that are looking to create their ideal life.
I liked your statement of it is going to open up a different market altogether. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And it's going to open a market of people that pay better.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
you can make more money as a hypnotic coach than you can as a hypnotherapist.
Okay. Okay. What makes you say so, Valita? What is that reason?
Well, first of all, I don't know how your taxes run in India, but in
Mhm.
the United States, coaching is a tax deductible expense.
Okay.
And so my clients claim my services on their taxes
Okay.
as
Wow.
a coach. Okay, so that's one thing. Second thing is coaching appeals to people that have a certain level of success in their life already. Okay, therapy, and I love therapy and I honor therapy, but therapy appeals to people that are more wounded and maybe they're struggling more financially. So my coaching market is more affluent
Okay.
and they're willing to spend money to achieve their goals.
So, how is a hypnotic coach different from, other form of coaches?
We use the mind.
Mhm.
We use the tools and the techniques of a coach, but the power and the punch of hypnosis.
Okay. Okay. Makes
A lot
beautiful.
of coaches use what they call visualization, just having someone close their eyes and imagine something, and really taking someone into a hypnotic state and having them imagine it.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. It's not just some conversational stuff, but it is actually utilizing the power of hypnosis, but for the coaching aspects. Wonderful.
Yes, for sure. So my sessions are 45 minutes. I usually spend about 15 minutes in conversation about how they're doing in their life, how did the last process work, what are their current goals, that kind of stuff. And then I do a process that's between 25 and 30 minutes of hypnosis.
That's it. Enough. No 2, 3 hours therapy sessions, nothing.
Yeah.
That's
And I
amazing.
and I record the hypnosis. I will record both sessions if the client wants, but
Mhm.
most people just want the hypnosis.
Okay. Okay. That's amazing. So, what are the different areas people can come for the help uh, to get benefited from this hypnotic coaching, Zoilita?
So sometimes it's working with similar issues that you might do in therapy, but just a little bit different way. So
Okay.
I had a real estate client that probably was maybe 120 pounds overweight.
Oh, okay.
And she felt like really high class people would not hire her to sell their homes. Okay, so the goal was to really get more high class, high ticket sales. But in order to do that, I helped her release 100 pounds.
Wow.
Okay, but we
And
always kept in mind that the goal was not weight release, the goal was getting her in shape. So I did a lot of self esteem and self confidence work along with it.
okay, okay. So usually how many sessions does it take for a person? Like I know every person comes with different needs and backgrounds, but
So,
on
so
an average,
So
hypnotic coach.
again, we're talking about a different model. I
Oh,
have some people that I coach that I've been coaching probably 6 or 7 years.
okay, yeah, I agree.
And then I have some other people that might do like, I have a client that does cold calling. Cold calling means he, calls up strange people and
Yes.
tries to sell them something. So he basically wanted to do 10 sessions
Mhm.
to remove all of his negative experiences, to change his mindset, to realize it was only a numbers game,
Mhm.
to work on his getting centered and doing his calls from a centered place, to create a script for cold calling, and to improve his confidence. So we accomplished all that within 10 sessions.
Okay, okay. So thank you for clarifying that, because coaching can be like an ongoing process as a support system. So wonderful.
I always have a coach. I've
Okay.
had more than one coach, but the
Mhm.
current coach I've had for like 5 years.
Okay. See, coaches have coaches
Yes, yes.
because coaches need coaches.
Because coaches believe in coaching.
Yes, yes.
We believe that. So therapy, hypnotherapy, belongs more to a medical model where it presumes there's something wrong with the client and there's something that the therapist can do to help them. Okay. Coaching is what we call developmental. So coaching says, you know what, that acorn isn't going, oh my God, I'm an inferior oak tree. That acorn just needs to have soil and water and sunlight, and it will naturally grow into being an oak tree. Coaching says that that human being already has their own best self inside. They
Yes.
just need a coach to help them with their mindset and attitude, their skills and abilities, their habits and behaviors, and to keep the focus.
Yeah, that's
So when I
beautiful.
say those things, you can immediately think about how you could do hypnotherapy with them, like mindset and attitude,
Yes.
okay, skills and abilities,
Mhm.
mental rehearsal of accomplishing things, self-hypnosis with powerful affirmations, and then their mindset and attitude, skills and abilities, habits and behaviors. Hypnosis is the very best thing for habits and behaviors.
Yes. Yes.
Last year, I was working with a high school student who was a senior and he was about to flunk and he wouldn't graduate.
Hmm.
So I just said to him, what would you need to do to be able to successfully graduate? And he said, go to class, do my homework, hand it in. So I hypnotized him to go to class, do his homework, and hand it in.
Wow.
And
So
he passed.
yes, making difference. And Zoilita, this could be a typical question because yeah, you have written 24 books. However, if someone has to get started somewhere, maybe with a background of hypnotherapy or not, but if someone wants to get started to understand your style of hypnosis based hypnotic coaching, so which book do you recommend to get started?
So there's a book called Hypnotic Coaching,
Okay, we have
Hypnosis for the 21st Century.
okay, okay. Wonderful, wonderful. And what kind of to be a certified hypnotic coach, uh, does one has to travel to where you live, or is it a possibility that one can get trained even online or through recorded videos? Like, how is it work?
So the three programs that I have for hypnotherapists to become hypnotic coaches
Mhm,
are life coaching,
mhm.
business coaching, and soul coaching.
Okay.
They involve a lot of books and materials you download off the internet, but they also include 8 sessions with me over Zoom.
Oh, God, that's amazing. So, and all this can be done through online mode also in a combination of, right? Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, I think it's important to have the live sessions too, as well as the material, because in the live sessions, you actually get to experience
Yeah.
what
True.
hypnotic coaching feels like.
Agree, Zoilita. I agree totally. And what is your advice for people who are hesitant to try hypnosis? It could be anything like weight loss, or does it really work? Because you are a live example where your
Yeah.
journey started with the weight loss stuff. So is it always emotional reasons like hypnosis? To what extent can it work when it comes to weight loss part? Is it some might not be really eating unhealthy stuff, but still could have weight issues. Some would have some medical reasons, some would have some, unhealthy lifestyle. So where does hypnosis fit in? To what kind of people does it help?
So if we're talking about weight specifically, there's a lot of complications with weight.
Mhm.
And one of the complications is something that I like to talk about as the committee.
Mhm.
So instead of saying the ego, I break the ego into a committee. And the committee has the judge,
Mhm.
the rebel, the romantic, the skeptic, the believer, the child,
Mhm.
the victim.
Mhm.
So all of these parts of the personality could have different agendas around weight.
Okay, okay.
So if you're going to have lasting weight balance, you're going to have to do more than just suggestion work. You're going to actually have to work with the part that either needs to eat or the part that needs to be fat.
Okay. Makes sense. Thank you.
But what
Thank you.
I tell people with weight is that, you work with me on the issue of weight. It may take longer than you'd like, but it will last for your whole life.
Wow. Wow. That's a amazing assurance, I should say.
Yes. I think the other thing you brought up, what about people that are worried about hypnosis or afraid of it? I
Yeah.
usually use the word hypnosis with two other words, mindfulness and meditation.
Mm.
And so I say, I like to work with mindful states like mindfulness, meditation, and hypnosis because they create lasting subconscious change. I also say, when I talk about hypnosis, this is something I'm teaching you to do, not something I'm doing to you.
Okay. Okay.
And
That's
if
very.
someone says, I'm too smart to be hypnotized, I say, wow, hypnosis works so much better with intelligent people.
Very beautifully crafted words, Zoilita. I liked it. I liked it. Excellent. And how about smoking cessation or alcohol addiction and etc.? Does hypnotic coaching come into the picture for such situations also, Zoilita?
So I don't personally work with smokers. I
Mm-hmm.
have trained other people that do. I think smoking cessation, from my experience, works better in a class
Okay.
where you have a class of 4 different sessions. Each one of them involves some behavioral modification stuff, and each one involves hypnosis. And that way, what happens is you have the group pressure
Mhm.
that helps people to quit. With
Okay.
alcohol issues, in the place I live in, you have to be an alcohol counselor to work with alcohol issues. So what I say to people is, I can't help stop you drinking, but I can help you maintain sobriety.
Okay. Okay.
And I've done that with several people, several women, at least one man, to help them stay sober when they were also going to AA or doing other things.
And relationship, because there's like couples, it could be individual level, or someone would come, maybe couples can come for coaching because it's not that something they have right from past trauma and etc. I'm just talking only from the coaching perspective. So hypnotic coaching helps for the couples as well.
Definitely. I do relationship coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I also have a degree in marriage and family therapy,
Oh, okay.
but
That's
I don't do relationship coaching from a therapeutic perspective. I
mhm.
do more education and training. What
Okay.
does it take to have a really good relationship? How do you become an effective communicator? What are
Wonderful.
ways to establish boundaries?
And out of these 24 books, any exclusive book you have written for couples to go through or read?
I have a little book that I
Mhm.
believe is in my tools section of my store, which is called Couple Craft. And it's kind of like a workbook for the couples themselves
Mhm.
to go through things about communication exercise and, what are their passions, what are their needs, things like that.
Okay. So let me shift from the day-to-day issues to a little bit spiritual side, Salita. Some people believe, because I respect different school of thoughts, but I am a strong believer in law of attraction and manifestation, the power of subconscious mind, etc. So someone wants to manifest a wonderful life partner or a dream job or a house and all that. Would this hypnotic coach come into the picture of helping people to, we can say, as goal accomplishment or manifestation? It's just the different terminology, but what's your take on application of hypnotic coaching to manifest the desired goals?
Okay, so one thing that I'd like to mention is that we are going through a tremendous place of transformation and change. And so elements of the law of attraction are actually changing. The
Mhm.
law of attraction exists, but it's really about thought. There's a secondary law called the law of vibration. And the law of vibration is what's happening with your energy, which is primarily affected with your emotions, like emotions of love and gratitude and thankfulness are higher vibrational frequencies than boredom or depression or anxiety. So if you want to manifest, you have to use those two elements. You have to raise your vibration, and you have to also use elements of the law of attraction. So let's take the ideal job.
Mhm.
So the first thing I would do with the person with the ideal job is I would clear, and I have a special clearing technique called cellular release technique.
Mhm.
I would clear all subconscious blocks to getting the ideal job. And then I would have them make a list, put at the top of the list, my ideal job, and make a list of everything that they would be doing in that ideal job, including the salary range, including if they're working remote or working from the office, all that stuff. And then I would have them make another list of elevated emotions to attach to the things I want.
Okay. Okay.
And they would be making a motion of those things. And then I'd have them do the exercise of matching emotions with one of the characteristics of the job. So, for
Oh.
example, one of the characteristics of the job was the ability to work remote. Okay, the emotions of that might be freedom, thankfulness,
Mhm.
gratitude. Okay, and then I would do hypnotic work with them, imagining themselves getting jobs with these characteristics. And I
Yeah.
do it kind of in this way where they'd be watching themselves in this movie, and then they would merge into the movie, and I would heighten the emotions.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Very effective.
Yeah. So almost like all the day-to-day life challenges, be it relationship, be it manifesting some goals or habits. It's like hypnotic coaching is all over. So Zoilita, I want to ask one question related to, are there any books that you have written in a workbook format where a person reads the book and can help themselves? So is it any specific books you have written based on law of attraction, anything to manifest?
So I'm writing a book right now called The
Oh,
Dynamic Secrets of Success.
okay.
And this book will be a book for the general public.
General public.
And I have the month of November slated to write the book.
Okay.
And I'm just like taking little snaps of things that come into my mind and putting it in that file. But this will actually be a workbook for the general public that will also have an online component.
Okay.
From my new website, zoilitagrant.com.
Mm-hmm.
And it will have, like, once you have the workbook, you can go to this site and you can be able to do more exercises on the site. And I will be putting more content on it over the course of time.
Yes, me. Wow. So that is going to be your 25th book.
Yes, yes.
Wow. Wow.
The Dynamic Secrets of Success.
The Dynamic Secrets of Success. Interesting title. Awesome.
Yes.
And so you mean this 25th book is going to be specifically for the general public, in the sense all the 24 books are exclusively for the hypnotist for already practicing?
Yes.
Wow, what a great gift for the community, Zoilita.
Yes. I have a lot of MP3s for the public, and I have these things which are called neural meditations. And these are things where you're doing an open-eyed meditation to visual images at the same time you're listening to a hypnotic process that I did.
Okay.
And so these neural meditations kind of use the guidelines of neuroplasticity to rewire the brain through the combination of images and sounds.
Beautiful, beautiful. So really happy to have this opportunity to interview you, Zoilita, because what an amazing journey. 60 years therapist, then turning into a coach, and then contributing to this beautiful community through your books, through your trainings, different certifications, and also catering to different people, business, spiritual, day-to-day, like general coaching, with a blend of hypnosis. And it is beautiful. And also these MP3s for meditation, which one can utilize the benefits of your decades of experience within no time. Wow.
Yes.
Thank you for your time, and thank you very much for sharing your journey and your beautiful work, Zoilita. And more books I wish emerges out of your work and through your experience, so that the community gets more and more benefited. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you.